What's up? It's Matt.
And it's Willow.
Yeah, we're watching the episode 5 of season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes, the
Finishing.
final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hidden
gonna say it.
inventory arc.
Yes, the final episode of the Geto Gojo prequel.
Yeah.
Which has been so crazy so far. We just lost Daddy Fush, rest in peace.
Yeah. Rico.
Megumi's dad, Toji. I don't know why I forgot. We literally just watched the last episode, but like
I don't know if they ever actually say his name's Toji. I'm trying to think.
Okay.
But like everyone like knows him as Toji.
Fushiguro. Well, he's dead. So we've kind of seen how Megumi was more or less placed into care, not really into care,
but like, how Gojo found out
found him,
about Megumi and why he potentially took him in.
Yeah, crazy stuff. He fucked them both up.
Yeah,
but then Gojo he's the honored one of heaven and earth.
Yeah,
whatever he said.
Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say.
He hit the hollow purple.
Yeah, big ego. Yeah, hit the hollow purple. That man was in
yeah,
he was not all there.
He was high off the curse.
He was high off the curse.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And then he was like, "Yo, let's kill some people." Well, we're at.
He was down. Yeah, it was scary. And so now, like, going into this episode, Geto and Gojo seem to still be like Gojo's kind of the scary one right now.
Yeah, that's also kind of like the end of like that arc. Like, not. Yeah. It's like the assimilation Toji assassination thing like kind of wrapped up last episode. So
aside from we don't know what's gonna happen with Tangam, but like
but like the combat or whatever that was gonna happen.
The threat
like,
is done. And so now all that's left is to, I don't know if we're gonna figure out in this episode what happens when you lose the Star Plasma vessel. But Geto and Gojo are gonna part ways and talk.
Yeah, we'll see. Whew. So want to jump into it?
Yeah, let's jump into it. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Literally what?
So he's frying his brain by constantly having his technique activated, but then he's using reverse curse technique to heal his brain.
So he's literally just like always running.
Yeah.
And he's tuning.
He's like got his own cycle going. That's
he's
keeping
like an
it's powering
every generator.
Yeah, and so he can just keep his thing going now.
And so that's Yuda's probably doing something similar to, like, because Yuda has like infinite cursed.
Yeah, well that's like a little bit different because he's not running a curse technique constantly. He just has like an infinite pool to pull from.
Oh, gotcha. So
it's a little different.
But Gojo must have a ton of energy to be able to like.
Yeah. I think he's
like
he's got
computer boy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway,
rewind that a little bit.
This is crazy
because he mentioned domain expansion and traveling.
Oh yeah, because he can teleport.
Yeah, those are the two things he's still learning.
He's literally like ascending. Like he's like his own life form. Oh, he's outgrowing him. This is what he's saying in the first. Yeah, so we're back to that. Interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of now like a reflection of who he's protecting.
Yeah. Like he was doing it for Rico, and then he realized he was doing it for all of those people too who wanted her to die.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's really traumatized.
The rain sounds like the clap, or the shower sounds like the clap.
Oh my god. Yeah. Thinking of I think I have it figured out.
He's gay.
Geto's gay.
Gojo's.
I don't think
alone.
Gojo's.
He alone is the honored one.
Yeah. Gojo loves himself. Gotcha. This is the Yuji of the group.
Yeah.
Whoa! It's her! We don't know who she is.
We saw her on the motorcycle.
Yeah. What?
Hell yeah, brother. Damn.
He's really being emo. He's not answering because he's gay. Losing my mind. Special grade?
Yeah, I said there's one other one we haven't heard of.
What the fuck? I wasn't expecting this at all either. What? So she doesn't go on missions?
Yeah.
But she's special grade. Okay. Whoa. Oh shit. This feels bad. This feels like this is something bad.
Sounds like she's planting some little seeds here.
Yeah. I don't want to talk because this seems so important, but I have...
We can pause it if you want.
Do you want to pause it for a second?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like we're learning along with this, but like... So he is going to start it for a good reason.
Yeah.
Where like he's come to hate people by the movie, but he's like they're the reason why there's cursed energy.
Yeah.
And so if we kill all the non-sorcerers, we will be able to control our cursed energy.
And then there are no curses.
And there are no curses, and then we can chill.
Yeah, then everyone can just like live normally.
That's fucked up still, because you're killing like everyone.
Yeah, but he's a lot less evil.
It's a little... Alright, let's go back to Attack on Titan. It's a little Eren Yeager-y.
Yeah, it is.
In the sense of like, he's like, the people on this island are good. So if we just kill everyone else, the island people will be able to live their lives without interruption.
Yeah, and it's a similar thing of like the like pictures that he's getting painted of non-sorcerers are all like shitty because it's like Toji and then like the star religious people and then like and then he's having to absorb the shit and vomit because they're doing like I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just,
like he has a really bad outcome to this. Like someone like Gojo doesn't have to undergo like the pain that he has to undergo.
Yeah, and so she has the same mission as movie Geto, but she's not trying to kill everyone. Yeah, she's trying to do it in like a humane way.
Also extremely interesting. Because, like, what does that look like? And I know that we're talking to her now, so maybe we find out. Maybe she comes back later and we don't. I'm assuming that she's going to come back in the show.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Toto seems like a good guy, too.
Yeah.
And she seems to have brought Toto into the fold, even though she hates the high school.
Yeah, well, she
didn't,
the politics of the school. The high school isn't, like, all of Jujutsu.
Yeah.
Which is, like, that's, like... I think she's talking more about people like the principal that was like trying to kill Yuji and stuff like that. Because that seems like the majority.
Gojo's like that too.
Kinda. But it's like in season 1, that's like Gojo is like, I'm against those people. I want to raise students that are not like all of Jujutsu's high or like all
she's like that world. Too, basically.
Yeah, but she's not. She's taking the like, I just want to find another way to handle this. Gojo's like the same way of handling it, but I want to raise
different
people
politics.
Who are good yeah.
Interesting.
So they're, I don't know, they're both against Jujutsu's regulations,
traditions and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for pausing. There's just so much interesting.
And did you pick up what she said at one point? I want to rewind it a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe this is too far.
So Toji, she was saying like if everyone was like Toji, there'd be no curses.
Yeah.
Because he has no curse. Even though he's a kind of a shit guy, like a little bit.
Yeah, but she's not like saying he's a good role model as like a human. He's like as a like scientific body. Like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but yeah. Like if you could make other Tojis like that were good people, then it would be fine.
If everyone was Toji.
Yeah. But she made one comment that was interesting.
So that's what he did.
Maybe.
Oh, bitch.
That was the part I wanted to replay that I couldn't remember where
I missed that. Don't do that, idiot.
Or?
Unclear. Not yet.
He's being surprisingly like honest about it.
Yeah. The clapping's crazy.
Yeah, I really like that detail.
Yeah.
聖唱隊のことは気にしなくていい。あの時もう一人別の聖唱隊がいたか、すでに新しい聖唱隊が生まれたのか。どちらにせよ、天元は安定しているよ。
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Oh, we in the morgue? Oh.
That's the wholesome boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
その果てにあるのが仲間の屍の山だとしたら
Holy shit. Jeez.
技術師を見下す君、それを否定する君。
This is like a turning point for him too, because he chooses to.
Yeah.
一旦外に出ましょうか
So he just like killed everybody.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, so he's out.
Yeah.
Oh, and Gojo goes after him and then lets him go. He killed his parent?
Geto did, yeah. They're non-sorcerers, I think.
Oh my god.
冤罪だったりする。
ないね残念だ
No, I killed him.
重ねてるのなんで？
誰でも彼でも
She's surprisingly very chill about this.
Yeah.
But maybe she's supposed to lure him in. So he didn't kill her because he because he doesn't kill sorcerers.
Yeah, and that's like why when he sent the kids to the school, he was like, oh, he's not going to kill them because they're sorcerers.
Yeah.
自分にできることを人にはできやしないと言い
That's interesting too, because they were seeing how he's like surpassing him and leaving him behind.
Yeah.
It's also interesting that it would kill a bunch of people to kill him.
Yeah.
それには意味がある
Like him not being there is so crazy. Oh.
Yeah, he's even like, you can kill me, there'd be a point.
よく見てなさい揃っているな
Oh, he's gonna kill them all. Yikes. Yikes. He's gonna put the clapping to rest. Many objected. Yeah, that checks out. There he is. He's so edgy.
いやそっくりだなとこっちの話ところで君のお父さんさ
Oh, your dad, I killed him.
術師の家系なんだけど全員家は才能大好き術式を自覚するのが大体
This is still so silly.
Yeah.
Did I say this kid was like 5 years old? Oh my god. Oh, he's in heaven. Okay, if you ever want to know which one they
Yeah.
that's nice.
それ次第だ。
ない。100%それは断言できる。あとは任せなさい。
I adopt you.
でもめぐみくんには多少無理してもらうかも。頑張ってね。
Oh, this is. Oh, wow.
僕に置いていかれないくらい。
Interesting foreshadowing, maybe.
何笑ってんすか。別に。
Wow.
Yeah. That's a really good episode.
That is a
Fan of that
really
one.
good episode.
They
oh my
packed so
gosh.
much into that.
I feel like they did a really good job with Geto.
Yeah.
Like,
This is the episode that makes me like Geto, not that he just kills people, but I feel like I find it so interesting. Like, I mean, the Toji thing is kind of like a big thing, but I feel like typically when like in like Star Wars with like Anakin,
Yeah.
it's like some big thing where then they like it like flips a switch and then they turn evil. Whereas that's
Yeah.
just like more of like an actual just like mental health spiral and like isolation and like all of these like I don't know traumatizing events, and like I feel like it's so much more interesting and real than just like something crazy happened. Now I'm evil, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, yeah, I think they did a really good job of like attributing it to what it. Like, I guess if you looked at somebody like Anakin becoming Darth Vader, like that's an example where like if you broke it down and analyzed it, you could probably like analyze Anakin's mental health. But it's very like ham-fisted with it, where he's like, he is good. Oh, his mom died? Now he kills everyone.
Yeah.
And like it communicates actually like a pretty similar story.
Yeah.
But like it is a little more like,
I feel like they portray it well here.
Yeah. Well, what I think is the big difference is that like even if this is also true in something like Star Wars or anything like that, you see Geto choose in like a moment that is not violent, like his path, and like so you can't say like, oh, it's a spur of the moment decision to kill all the people in that town because he had already killed his parents. It seemed like,
I don't,
or
think
he had
so.
gone back and killed.
I think he went back. I think that was like he was trying to decide. He was probably leaning in that way.
Okay, so maybe it is similar.
It's but like he was already veering down that path.
Yeah,
very clearly, and it's almost more like the conversation with Yuki. The blonde girl was more of like a flip, just like the conversation of breaking it down with another person. And like I feel like she probably was more like, when you choose to be good, you'll still be good, and like not want to kill people.
Exactly.
Like I think that's what she was probably getting at. I mean, she was a little like more, I don't know, chill about it.
No, for sure.
But like I don't think she was like trying to, like, I think some people thought she was like kind of trying to push him that way.
No,
but I don't think so at all. I think she was
wasn't
just being
getting
real.
that either. And I think she was being real. Like she definitely, like the way that she phrased things, you could choose to be evil. Like you could tell that she had kind of like had almost a similar Geto.
And
but however her life has been, we don't know anything about her. But he's like, so you could just kill everyone, right? And like clearly, if this is her life's mission, she thought about that.
Yeah, and she's very like quick. Like I feel like if he brought that up to Gojo, he'd be like, "What the fuck? Don't kill everyone."
Yeah.
Or like Shoko.
She's thought about it.
Yeah, where she's very like open-minded about it.
It's not the way to do it.
Yeah, like, exactly. And she even acknowledges that's probably the easiest way to do it.
Yeah,
like, but she's like choosing the harder route, but the more humane route.
And like if Geto was a different person, he'd be like, "Yeah, well, that's the easiest way, but it's clearly not the way to do it. You kill everyone."
But like, because of all these, the experiences of all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then the little girls is like the tipping point after that.
But like the clapping scene when he's in the shower.
Yeah.
And watching like Gojo surpass him and stuff. Like, and also because he didn't really have like a big awakening moment the same way that Gojo did. Gojo's like, and even that other guy was like, why don't we have Gojo handle everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's almost like what you would want Darth Vader to be in the prequels, because like if you just look at the story and summarize the story, very similar. But like if you've seen Star Wars, which most people, I feel like a lot of people have seen Star Wars.
Spoiler warning
for Star Wars.
Spoiled
I just feel if you don't know that, then like, you know, but like the prequels are kind of bad, and like they're very like, the acting's not always good. The symbolism's not always there. Like you could even say that like him talking to Palpatine is like his version of talking to, what's her name, Yuki?
Yeah.
But the other thing is that like in Star Wars, it's like the Dark Lord in disguise who's very clearly pushing him to be
he's getting manipulated,
and it's very light and dark. All the good guys are right, all the bad guys are wrong, and the person who pushed him to think wrong is bad. But like in this show, the characters are a lot more morally across the spectrum.
Yeah.
It's not like all sorcerers are Jedi and good.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. It's a lot more nuanced. And on top of all of that, it's just doing a better job portraying like his mental health.
Yeah. And just like the, I don't know, like the working out all of the thought processes. I feel like they do a really good job explaining it and explaining like how the cursed energy thing works and why sorcerers are fine to be alive. Like they, I feel like they break it down really well in this episode. They did break it down.
It was that whole conversation was such a good scene.
And now it's interesting because Yuki's clearly still a sorcerer and is like separated from the what like everyone is doing in the main story, but like also is pursuing this mission.
Yeah, it's also interesting to like think about how Attack on Titan, spoilers for Attack on Titan. We've already kind of spoiled Attack on Titan during this.
That's okay.
But like, you know, spoilers for Attack on Titan, if that's another anime that you haven't watched yet, please go watch it. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
But that show is like a long arc to show Eren getting to the point. And the whole point of the show is that it's cyclical, like in that like like there's so much that goes into the final Eren kind of snap.
Yeah.
And I think this show is very different just in a lot of ways, but like it does such a good job giving you so much so quickly, which we've talked about with action scenes and talked about character development, but like this is such like a crazy, it's so well done.
Yeah.
But it's one episode, really. Like,
yeah, it is. Like they do the entire Geto flipping to evil in one episode, and it feels like good and really
it feels
well
good.
fleshed out.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of wild.
It is wild.
But yeah.
Yeah. What a great little arc.
And it also potentially, I think you can kind of infer, because Nanami's the blonde guy who hangs out with the nice guy, and then that guy dies, and we know Nanami leaves because he doesn't
probably
like,
why Nanami
because
left.
It's like a job where people just die and give up their lives or whatever. So
yeah, and he had kind of alluded to that.
Yeah. So like you can kind of infer that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's even just like I don't know, I love like the cinematography of like the clapping and some of the shots of like I noticed one when we were watching when it was like these two talking, and it shows like, I don't know exactly where it is, but it shows like above them sitting next to each other, and like the pillars blocking Yuki, so it always shows Geto alone, like in his isolation.
It was a couple scenes. It was like outside you could see him through the window, and then, like above the light was blocking her.
Yeah,
I guess you could see her from outside too, but like but this shot zooms him. Yeah.
But they do a really good job of like giving you the feeling of like Geto's feeling of isolation, and like I don't know, the more he's like isolated with all of these like thoughts to it, like continues to fester and pile up.
And the whole arc, like you feel the weight of his trauma too, because even though he wasn't like the main character through the first 4 episodes of this arc, like you know, you went through that journey with him, so you feel it. Like
it's really well done.
Really well done. This is one of my favorite episodes of the whole show, I think.
Like the other two are definitely like hyper action wise, but this is like, I don't know, I think this is probably the best of this arc, just how well done it is.
I love seeing the show handle something like this that isn't like the combat's obviously so cool, but like
that's a big part of the show. But this was the one I was looking for, where it's like
just so good.
And I also had like the girls in the movie who are like, you have no idea what Geto, like, I don't know,
has been
like,
through, and now you get to see it.
And how much like they're dedicated to Geto, because they were clearly like abused and treated like shit and whatnot, and he saved them. So
I don't know if I would have liked watching the movie after this. Like,
I don't think so,
because Geto is just kind of like not stereotypical movie villain, but like watching the movie first, I feel like if you watched the movie before anything else, it'd be the worst, because Geto's just kind of like the bad guy TM. But like if you watched this first, it wouldn't, I feel like, have as big of an impact. Learning how he came about.
I agree. I also think it might take away, because the movie isn't like a Geto movie, it's a Yuta movie, and I feel like if you watch this, then you're like almost more excited to watch the movie to see Geto, and like
I'd be a little let down if you're coming into it as a Geto fan. Like you shouldn't necessarily be a Geto fan in the movie.
No, movie Geto I don't like. This is like, this arc is why Geto is one of my favorite characters, is because I think he's like really interesting, and I think he's like before he turns evil, is like a very interesting character and cool dude.
And I wouldn't have cared about Geto in the movie if I hadn't watched season 1, because I'm like, well, this guy is obviously important, so I have to pay attention to everything that's going on right now with Geto.
And now this sets up, when we jump back to the live time, like Geto is such an interesting character.
And oh dude, when she casually dropped the like turn into a spirit after dying,
sorcerers could
what's that
turn into curses.
What's that? Oh my god, dude. I wish we could just keep going, but like I mean, we're gonna keep going. we're going to be watching the rest of the season. We're not going to. We marathoned all 5 episodes of this in one day because we wanted to see it all. But now we're going to be
spacing out,
getting back to present day.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Oh gosh,
feels like you go through a lot here too, and then the movie, it feels like I haven't seen Yuji and the squad forever.
I know, I miss them.
Yeah,
I miss them.
So
hope I don't miss them permanently in the next part of the season. I'm so worried.
We'll find out.
But yeah.
Yeah. Any final thoughts or any like predictions or anything you want to
Geto's like half cursed spirit. Whatever, we don't know the details of that, but he definitely turned himself into a spirit after death, and that's why he's with Mahito. Like, I think he's like a special grade curse.
Do you have an idea of what his like motive is though, or is he? Because he's very like opposed to the age of curses coming in this like in the movie.
I know that's what's confusing to me. Like, but maybe he had some kind of revelation. Like, maybe he's like, okay, I want to, like, humans are bad, kill all humans, sorcerers are the ones.
Yeah,
that would stop curses. But then maybe once he is a curse, he sees like that curses are maybe the more pure, like
the pure.
He'd be like, okay, actually, like, these guys kind of want the same thing that I used to want, but for themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe now I'm a curse and I see curses for what they are. Like, I feel like it's not that, because we haven't. I'm like sketched out that we haven't learned a lot about him currently, and he hasn't been like, yes, Mahito, the age of curses.
Yeah,
he's just kind of asking them about it.
He's kind of just there, like, here's how we do things, and let's.
But then why is he with Mahito and stuff?
Yeah, it's interesting. But it also shows like why he knew when they did like, oh, we'll give him a finger to plant in the Tengen's thing. Like, it shows how he has a lot of information about this stuff and is like feeding them plans.
Yeah. So he might even be using them for some. I don't know. Maybe that's something to do with. Maybe he's trying to use Sukuna to kill all humans or something. Like, that could make sense, because they've kind of talked about how Sukuna's just fucking.
His last words in the movie too were like, "Oh, I hate the monkeys and I like jujutsu sorcerers," and that's like what I want to be known by. So it is like such like a crazy 180 again if he was like, now you know what, curses are chill.
Is he using them to like strengthen, or is he using them to kill Gojo so that he can then use Gojo? I don't know.
Do you think he'd want to kill Gojo?
I don't know. He's gay for Gojo.
Like, Gojo still clearly, from the movie at least, has like care for Geto.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know.
They don't know that Geto's. Oh god, I have so many questions. I want to see what happens when they meet. I feel like it's gonna be messed up. I didn't even talk about how, like, I don't know, just the gay. But like that furthers the ice. Like, however much you want to read into that.
Yeah,
if that is part of the story, that furthers them becoming more distant. Is like they were like partners before.
Yeah.
So like that could be a best friends thing, or that could be a gay thing. It's kind of up to you how you read that.
Yeah.
I have my theory.
There's no like canon thing for that. It's just
Yeah. I like that you can read into it though.
Yeah, for people who want to get into the ships or whatever. Yeah. That's me. But yeah, he's clearly like Gojo's like, oh, I alone am the goat.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with Gojo. I feel like Gojo.
He'd be a menace.
Yeah. Also, hot take. I don't like men, but Geto's more attractive than Gojo.
I agree.
Like,
and I don't like men either, so maybe.
Maybe we have bad taste, but like, that's all I'm gonna say. All you people thirsting over Gojo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
Geto's my sweet little depressed king.
Yeah. We'll see for the rest of season 2. I'm scared. You've also hyped up season 2.
That
so
is,
much.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
well, this too, all of season 2 is like where people really get sold and where the story really gets.
Yeah.
I feel like this made a lot of people who maybe didn't love season 1 but liked it.
This is on a different level.
This one is like, oh, okay,
this episode is on a different level.
Yeah, they step up.
Season 1, I feel like.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then it makes you even more excited for season 2, even if you wanted to see it after season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we've been talking for a while.
Yeah. should close it out.
Yeah, we'll close out. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
And we will be back soon. For you, it'll probably be regularly scheduled.
Yeah.
For the rest of season 2, which is the
Shibuya incident. That's the name of the whole
That
arc.
can only be good. The old 19 episode can only be good arc. 20 episode? How many episodes?
18. It's 23 total. So
yeah. I thought it was 24.
It usually is, but they did 23. I think just because it didn't fit to have a full other episode.
Episode of silence for Gojo. I'm scared for Gojo.
He's the honored one.
We'll see. But yeah, we'll see you guys for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Sweet.